Hi everybody, Dr. Carolyn Coca-Ross here, and we're going to be talking about untreated trauma in mothers. Untreated trauma in mothers can really have a big effect on their children's development and well-being. So research shows that maternal trauma can lead to a whole host of negative outcomes for children, including emotional outcomes, behavioral problems, even cognitive difficulties. So may impact their abilities in school, in relationships, in their friendships, and so on. So here are some of the ways that untreated trauma in mothers can affect their children, along with the research, and I want to give you some really real life examples of this so you can kind of have an idea of how this shows up. Because there's so many mothers who have experienced trauma and then think, oh, it doesn't matter, I happened in the past, I'm over that. But this is a real reason to get help for your trauma. So first of all, emotional regulation. Children of mothers with untreated trauma may struggle with regulating their emotions. And these are kids then who are acting out or shutting down when their emotions overwhelm them. Research in the Journal of Traumatic Stress suggests that maternal trauma can even disrupt the development of emotional regulation skills in children. So even if they want to learn the skills, this may disrupt their ability to learn those skills of emotional regulation. It's a really important reason for mothers to heal themselves, right? Instead of, pushing that to the side and thinking, well, I'm a mom now, I don't have to deal with this, but you should. So one example is a child whose mother has untreated post-traumatic stress disorder may witness frequent emotional outbursts or may receive inconsistent emotional support, leading their child to have difficulty in managing their own emotions. The second issue is one we've talked about briefly, and that's attachment issues. Attachment is that bond that a caregiver and a child form through mirroring each other's expressions, talking to a baby, looking at them in the eye, smiling when they smile, all of those things create that bond. But maternal trauma can interfere with the establishment of that attachment bond between a mom and the children. Studies have shown that untreated maternal trauma can disrupt the attachment process and can possibly lead to insecure attachment patterns in children. So, as I mentioned before, insecure attachment can affect you for the rest of your life, whether it be work, lack of trust in leading teams, wanting to micromanage because of that lack of trust, relationship issues, not being able to sustain a good relationship. So one example is a child whose mother has untreated trauma may struggle to form trusting relationships herself and therefore may exhibit anxious or avoidant behaviors in relationships. So I had a patient with that very scenario who had childhood trauma and was in a domestic violence relationship, but she was able to leave that. And then she met someone who was wonderful to her, but she couldn't stop being anxious that he was going to change or he was going to leave her. The third area are behavioral problems. So children of mothers with untreated trauma are at higher risk for behavioral problems such as aggression, defiance, and conduct disorders like oppositional defiant disorder. So research in the Journal of Abnormal Child Psychology suggests that maternal trauma is associated with an increased likelihood of having these kinds of behaviors in their child. So that can be, maternal trauma could be domestic violence, could be witnessing domestic violence as a child, could be child neglect or abuse in their own lives. But whatever it is, we want to make sure it gets treated. So an example of this, the behavioral difficulties, is a child exposed to domestic violence due to their mother's untreated trauma. And then the child may mimic aggressive behaviors or develop conduct problems at school. And I cannot tell you how many patients I've had who've gone through a divorce and had, particularly boys, who side with the father who was violent towards the mother, and they mimic that aggressive behavior toward their own mother. Number 4 is the risk of transmission of those trauma effects. So untreated maternal trauma can increase the risk of that intergenerational trauma transmission that we've been talking about from one generation to the next. So research published in the Development and Psychopathology journal suggests that children of traumatized mothers are much more likely to experience trauma themselves, perpetuating a cycle of intergenerational trauma. And I mentioned that in relationship to offspring of Holocaust survivors, that if the parent, one or both parents, has post-traumatic stress disorder, their children and or grandchildren may have higher risk for PTSD themselves. And in conclusion, I just want to say that untreated trauma in mothers can have significant negative impact on their children and can set them up for a lifetime of having trauma effects and maybe passing that on to their children. A child whose mother has untreated trauma from childhood abuse may be at higher risk of experiencing abuse or trauma themselves, as the mother may struggle to provide a safe and nurturing environment for her children. So it's really important to get support and help if you are a parent, mother or father. If you are a parent with a history of untreated trauma, get help first. And if your children need help, get help for them as well. So we've talked before about how important healing the brain is from trauma. And so I put together a very special meditation called the Brain Chakra Meditation to help you work on healing your brain. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.
Hi, it's Dr. Carolyn Ross bringing you the Brain Shifting Chakra Meditation. As always, please find a comfortable place to sit, some place where you won't be disturbed, where your feet can be flat on the ground. Make sure to uncross your arms and legs, and just begin by allowing yourself to sink into the chair where you're sitting. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just allow all of the cares and woes from the day to float away like a leaf on a stream. Continue to bring your attention now to your breath. Just focus on the breath moving in your nostrils and out your nostrils. And feel the breath as it moves throughout your body. Filling your lungs, bringing oxygen to your blood. Just feel the energy of your breath as it moves in and out of your body. And we're going to start by doing a chakra balancing meditation. And the idea is to balance and align the energy centers in your body, which are called chakras. So we'll start at the root chakra, which has a red color. And just imagine at the tip of your tailbone or your perineal area, a red ball. Just see that red ball kind of pulsing in that area. The root chakra is all about self-awareness and self-preservation. It's about grounding and stability and survival. Just notice again, put your attention on that red ball at the tip of your tailbone. This is what represents your place on earth, your sense of being rooted or grounded. Now, just imagine that red color moving up into your lower back, your sacral chakra. And as it moves into the lower back, it turns orange. The sacral chakra is all about success and self-respect, the freedom to be yourself. It also represents our joie de vivre, our joy of living. It helps to remove anything that holds us back and connects us to the senses, to what we feel in our body. So imagine that ball of orange color in your lower back. And feel that as a warm orange colored ball right at the bend in your spine. Now we're going to move up to what's called the solar plexus, right around your navel. And you'll see that orange color now turn into a yellow ball right around your navel. And that yellow solar plexus ball represents creativity and self-worth. It's all about how you feel about yourself and how you think others perceive you. That yellow color gives you clarity of thought, increased awareness, curiosity, and it also connects to the brain. Now the yellow moves up into right around our sternum where the heart chakra is and turns into a green ball in the heart chakra, which is all about love and self-love. It represents our ability to love and to nurture ourselves. The color green helps to relax the body. Just feel as if your body is relaxing as your heart chakra opens. And cleanses and balances your energy. Just notice that green ball now moving up into your throat, where it turns to a blue ball. The throat chakra is about self-expression, the ability to express your needs. It's all about the spirit of truth and purpose and mental relaxation. So you should start to feel as that blue ball warms your throat and opens your throat chakra. Start to feel your nervous system just relax. You may even feel a little bit drowsy. That's okay. Now the blue color is going to move up between your brows to the third eye chakra, which is the color indigo. This is all about self-responsibility and insight. So it means trusting your intuition and following your soul path. It's all about soul satisfaction, intuition, imagination. It connects us to something greater than ourselves. So just envision that indigo ball right between the brows, opening up that third chakra. Now, the indigo moves to the very top of our head, the crown chakra, which is the color violet. So just imagine a violet ball of energy sitting on top of your head at the crown chakra. This is all about knowing yourself and about spiritual awareness, higher consciousness. It's all about gaining guidance and inner strength and wisdom. It connects us to our spiritual self. So just imagine that from above, a beautiful white light is shining on that violet ball, the crown chakra, and that white light moves then through the top of your head, down your face, the back of your neck, and into your throat chakra, where it glows with an indigo glow. And then moves all the way down into the heart chakra, where the white light becomes green, glowing green. We feel our heart centers opening. Now moving down, that white light goes all the way down to our solar plexus or the navel area where it glows yellow. And then into our lower back where it glows orange. And feel that light now radiate into the tip of our tailbone and then moves down through our legs and out our feet to the center of the earth. Feel yourself being grounded like roots going into the center of the earth. Just allow yourself to feel the energy of the light that fills your body and the balls of energy at each of your chakras. From red at the root chakra to orange at your lower back sacral chakra, to yellow at the solar plexus, to green at the heart chakra, to blue at the throat chakra, indigo at your third eye chakra between your brows, and violet at the crown. Feel that energy being fully aligned, relaxing you, opening your heart, your mind, and your third eye for self-awareness, self-respect, self-worth, self-love, self-expression, self-responsibility, and spiritual awareness or self-knowledge. Feel the vibration of that energy through every cell in your body. Allow yourself to continue to enjoy the relaxation in your muscles, your joints. Notice now the breath moving in and out of your body again. With each breath in, you breathe in the energy of the chakras. With each breath out, you breathe out discomfort, fear. With each breath in, you breathe in openness, alignment, expansion. With each breath out, you release pain. Now, if you would, take a deep cleansing breath, breathing all the way from your nose to the tips of your toes and releasing any remaining areas of tightness or tension. And then when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back to the room where you're sitting. Feel your feet on the floor, the chair beneath you, and open your eyes whenever you're ready. Just remember, you can come back to this state of alignment and relaxation anytime you want. And you can also take that awareness and expanded consciousness out into your work, your other activities, whatever you're doing. It's just one breath away.